the shirt of 22. First memory I have of that year is actually my first race, because it was a long winter, pretty difficult winter for me. First race with Wout also. We started pretty late that season in Omloop Nieuwsblad, and actually immediately went really well. After 3 weeks on Tenerife, the whole team was in good shape, and yeah, I think we were a bit on the back foot in the race, but I could launch with Wout on the Berendries. We were a small group going to the Muur van Gerardsbergen, and actually a few kilometers before I could go solo. Wout protected me from behind, and I went alone as first rider in the race over the Muur van Gerardsbergen, which is a pretty amazing feeling. A lot of people, first race in Belgium. Unfortunately, they catched me a bit before or a bit after the Muur, but Wout went solo straight after, and he won the race. So it was a really nice way of opening my account of races in the team. I was really excited, I remember. I really wanted to prove myself. Back in the days, Team Jumbo-Visma was a team where I was looking up to for the years before, with Primož Roglič almost winning the Tour in 2020, and 21 being second with Jonas. And yeah, a rider like Wout was. I did already a few races with him, the Olympics in Tokyo, World Championships in 21 and 2020 in Leuven and Imola. So yeah, I was really excited. I'm really proud also to show the jersey. Yeah. The first time I actually came in a team where I thought, okay, this is how I thought when I was younger, how professional cycling would be or professional team would be. Everything was performance centralized, so performance came first, and it paid off straight away. I would say we won the first big classic of the season, and also a lot of nice races after that. So yeah, I was really happy for sure. Also back then with the support in terms of nutrition, the whole food coach program was something unique in cycling, I think, which gave us also some advantage on that part, and for sure it helped a lot with what we did on the bike. Yeah. So the Flemish Classics are maybe closest to my heart, because I grew up in the area, and I really like the atmosphere of the races. And then on the other hand, races like Liège and also Gold Race, Flash a bit less, but I also like to do it, are races that suit me also well. So by skipping Paris-Roubaix the last years, it was always possible to extend my shape and to be in good shape until Liège, and that's actually I really like to do the both sides of classics racing, and I also think I showed I can do good final in both types of races. So yeah, I like to do it that way.
And if you have to choose Flemish or Rotterdam,
then I still choose Flemish Classics.
which race?
If I have to name one dream race, I think it's Tour of Flanders, the race I grew up with, and I did Flanders. I think it's one of the two races maybe I didn't skip once. So I did 11 editions of Tour of Flanders. It's just a race I wouldn't want to miss. It's a unique atmosphere. I think in Belgium a lot of people come to watch the race, but on the Tour of Flanders, also the people who don't want to watch cycling in general are watching that day, or they come out to watch the race that day, and something that makes it really special. Passing every village, everybody's on the road. It's also a bit of the race where you build up to the whole classics period. Yeah. The jersey of 22, the masterpiece. It was for me really special to actually. before I even signed with the team, I talked already with Marijn and with Krisha, and they told me already that if I would come, I would do the tour probably. So it was really nice, the amount of confidence they gave me in before signing with the team. And I'm really proud. I was with the first tour victory of the team, chasing it for multiple years, I think. First memory of the memory earliest in the race, and a really nice memory for me was the stage over Cap Blanc, where we made a lead out for Wout and Jonas and Primoz actually. But Wout, he was so strong, he went solo and he won the race in yellow. Still nice pictures. I have some here in the house. So really good memories of that Tour de France. I would describe it like, for me the biggest thing is we always make a plan. We sign up for it, everybody agrees on it, and then we go for it, which makes a big difference in a lot of races. For sure in the classics type of racing. And that's also the way of racing I really like, because in a lot of teams I think it's still underestimated what you can do with a team, with a full team that's behind a certain plan. Of course it doesn't work out sometimes, but we often also show that it can work out, and then you get the nicest results. That day is one example for it. I think not another GC team was thinking of even a kind of danger on the last climb, which was actually a really easy stage. But we were all prepared for it. We adapted our nutrition to this effort, and we went full to it. We had, like, for example, Steven Kruijswijk is a guy that he doesn't like the flat stages and the stress in the Tour, but he was pulling from the first kilometers to keep us out of the wind, so we could save for that part. And the lead out of Nathan into the climb and the first part of the climb was amazing, so I just had to take over. And I think when I swung off, there were only 3 riders in the wheel. Yeah, it was pretty special because you are going full. You don't really know how fast you are going. It's only day 4 of the Tour. We had only flat stages before in Denmark, so I didn't really know where my shape was. You have all the crowd around you. You don't hear anything in the radio. A lot of noise, and then I thought, fuck, this climb is taking longer than I would hope. I wanted to go even closer to the top, or maybe to the top, but then just my legs were full on the moment I swing out, and I look next to me and I only see 3 riders passing. So then I was also relieved that I did a good job. And I also communicated straight away in the radio, but I don't think they hear something from it. But that's a really nice feeling, I would say. It's the nicest feeling you can have when you help somebody else in a race, I would say. To feel that your effort is making a difference. And if the leader then finishes it off, is even more special, of course. What was also special for me is, like, then Wout won the first stage. The first stage we won, the 4th stage in Duinkerque or Calais, I don't remember. Calais, yeah. Start in Duinkerque. But we didn't celebrate like I was used to in the years before when we won a stage in the Tour. You really felt that we were there for something more. We were there to try to win the Tour and to win more stages and win green and yellow. Which was really exceptional, of course. What was also special is that I crashed on stage 15 with Jonas in my wheel. I was trying to protect him, and suddenly my handlebar went into a handlebar of a rider next to me, and I was on the floor, but I know Jonas was in my wheel. Luckily, I had a lot of bruises, but he didn't have. Almost had nothing actually. So for me, it was actually the day before the rest day. I was scared to having to quit the race, and also that he wouldn't be on his level which he had before. So I suffered a lot in the last week. Luckily, he was not suffering as much as me. And by the last mountain stages in the Pyrenees, I was back on my level, I think. The stage to Rotterdam could be in the break with Wout, and to then finish the tour on the Champs-Élysées, I think we were only 6 riders in the end. Was really special. Because 1 week before I was scared to having to quit the race, and then being with the yellow jersey on the cobbles on the Champs-Élysées as first rider of the bunch was really special. Maybe the day on the Jouplan I had a good day when the end Rodriguez won the stage. But it's weird when you go to a race and you know you will be there only to help. You also correlate your own feeling with the result of the team of your leader that day. It's like, for example, the gravel stage in 24. I was expecting a lot from that day, but I punctured in halfway the race on the same moment as Jonas. But he got immediately the bike from Jan. But I didn't have a bike for somebody, of course, and my race was over. But I was still I was disappointed because I couldn't do what I wanted to do that day. But Jonas didn't lose time that day, and the others did really good. So from the other races, it's really easy to say there I was feeling really good, but from the tour, you remember the bad days where you feel like you let the team down, but the really good days, it's more the days where you make the difference with in GC with the team, or you win a stage, and those are the days actually where I talked about before. For example, the Col de la Loze, I was in the break in a really big mountain stage where I felt amazing in the start. Actually, the whole day, where I could also help Jonas on the last climb a bit. That's something that's pretty unique for me. Thanks. The 23 jersey with the number on from the Dauphiné. It's the year I came back after I broke my neck in the beginning of August in 22, and my second race back I won my second race. So was Kuurne-Brussel-Kuurne. It was amazing to feel you're back there, because of course when you have an injury, a serious injury like breaking a vertebra, you always doubt a bit if you would ever come back on your level, if you would be able to perform again like before. And already on Saturday on Omloop Nieuwsblad I felt I was good, and the day after with a super strong team, because we also won the day before with Dylan van Baarle. The day after with a super strong team, we had a good plan and we executed it, and then Nathan and me, we ended up in the break with a few others, and we really played the game well in the final. And I could have been Nathan that won the race, but it was me in the end, and I'm still really grateful for that day. Really proud also. Since I turned professional, I know I'm a rider that's often there in the final of the biggest races. But it will be always difficult for me to win a lot of these races. I don't have the sprint or the finish like a lot of my competitors. And in the end, I take the most energy out of, or I'm the most motivated in the winter to train for the fact that I can be there in the final and to play an important role in the biggest race of the year. Biggest races of the year. For example, to be there, I was now 4 years with the team, and being four years in a row with the team that can win the Tour, and we won it twice, is also something I'm really proud of. If I want to win more, of course, but I wouldn't want to do, for example, smaller races to win more. I'm more happy to do the final of Flanders and being 8 and win 5 small races, I would say.
And 2023 is also the year of Nathan's accident.
Yeah, we talked about disappointments and setbacks before. I don't know, you can put that one in that row, of course, but it's by far the outlier, I would say. I was really shocked to hear about it. Of course, even because I think the first hours hours after the accident, I was even not sure yet how he would come out. I was also not sure if he would be just like a normal young guy anymore, or if he would be a cyclist after the accident. But it was pretty weird because the weeks before we did, for example, the Worlds in Glasgow together, San Sebastian that year together. He was just a rider in top shape. And then I think the week before he did Tour of England, Tour of Great Britain. I wasn't there, but I know he was performing well. And then 1 or 2 days later, he has a heart problem. He almost died, we have to say it like it is. Which makes you also think about the fact that we are also, even if we are in really good shape, we take care of ourselves, what we eat, what we do, how we sleep, how much we sleep. Still, we are really also vulnerable to things like this. And that's something, maybe before I thought we were like a bit immune to accidents like this, but then it makes you feel small and think different about certain things in life. Yes, the Tour of 23, something with dream, help me Alice, Ride Your Dreams, Velodrome. To be there twice in a row, second time in a row with Jonas was already really special. To be at the start, to be there with the defending champion, I also had number 2, because Jonas won the Tour the year before, of course. They say it's harder to stay at the top than to reach the top, and that year I think we felt it. So was a lot of how you say it. We really had to keep believing during the race, because the first 10 days, I think, maybe even 2 weeks, was really hard, and we couldn't make a difference yet where we thought we could make it. A nice memory that pops to my mind is the first stage. Jonas really took a lot of time over the Marie Blanc. I was with Wout in the break to be ahead to when he would attack, that we would be there to ride for him in the flat final. But Wout was already dropped before me, and then I was going full because it was short to the top, and Marijn was yelling in my radio that I had to go full because I had to make it over the top with the GC guys. And suddenly I heard in the radio, I heard them talking with Sepp and also Jonas, I think, that they would take over from UAE. UAE was already pulling the whole day. So they speeded up. Sepp was also really strong that day. And Jonas, he dropped Pogacar. So, then I knew, I have to make it over now. But he came so fast, I almost didn't see him passing. And I couldn't do anything actually that day. But was a really nice day for us because Jonas took time. But then the day after, we got it back in our face. The stage over called Tourmalet. I think it was a really, really nice tour to watch on the TV. And of course, really nice that we could turn it into our favor from the TT on there. And the TT and the day after to Col Ladoze were still one of my nicest memories in the tour, I would say, that stage. I think a really, really special year. Of course, we watched the Giro with the tour team while on training camp in Sierra Nevada, which is a pretty special way to follow a Grand Tour of your other teammates. I think the Giro was maybe the most unexpected one, with Primoz taking the jersey in the last climbing TT, when he even had to stop to put his chain on. I think that was maybe the most unexpected one, to win then the Tour, second time in a row, against a rider like Tadej Pogacar, I think, really big performance from Jonas in the TT, and then the whole team the day after, and the whole tour. I think we were really solid. And then 1, 2, 3 in the Vuelta was almost boring to watch, I would say. That was super impressive. Yeah. The jersey of 24. We talked already a little bit about this season. It was a difficult year to start for me, with 2 crashes in my first races actually, with Algarve and then E3. But I was really happy to fight back, and I'm really happy that I fought back. I still did a solid classics campaign, I would say. What pops to my mind is the birth of my daughter the day before Flash. But I also performed really strong around that period with the third in Amstel, and then Flash and Liège was also good that year. But special year also. Yeah, it's really difficult. For me, it's the biggest challenge nowadays, being a professional cyclist and being enough there for the family. The fact that we are almost 200 days a year away from home, I think, makes it not the easiest job, but I'm lucky enough that I'm really well supported for my wife, Finn, and 2 amazing kids. For example, also that year before Flash, actually the weekend between Flanders and Amstel, we were together on a small training camp in the Ardennes with our oldest daughter, and then Finn being pregnant. And we talked a lot about what we would do if you had to give birth a week after. Lucky enough, the races were not that far. Staying in Maastricht is only 2 hours drive to the hospital where she stayed. So I could come straight away when needed, and this happened the day before Flash, actually. So already in the night, Monday on Tuesday night, it started a bit. So I arrived pretty early in the morning. The baby came in the evening, so I almost didn't sleep for 2 days. And we talked about it before, and she said, "Yeah, we put now that much effort in it. Then we would prefer, or I would prefer, you do the race." So I only went there in the morning just before the start. I didn't sleep in the hotel anymore, and I did the race, which was a horrible day actually. Super cold weather, rain, snow, only 5-6 degrees I think. But I finished in top 10, and in the evening I was already back in the hospital, so I didn't miss a lot. I was there for the birth, which I wouldn't want to miss, definitely not. And it was nice to do the race day after, and to be back straight away. The Tour of 24, the Renaissance. I think the nicest jersey I raced in. I really like the design. It was maybe the tour where we started with the most doubts. I think it was Jonas' first race after his crash in Pays Basque. Immediately really hot in Italy, I remember. The opening weekend went really well, something I remember, in Bologna, on the San Luca, where I could do a good job for the team. And Jonas could follow Pogacar, which we maybe didn't expect. And then the stage that comes to my mind straight away is the day he won, I think stage 10 or 11. Which was also maybe my best day in the Tour that year. And once they were gone, I remember I kept going, just to be able to hear in the radio what was happening, because he got gapped, but he kept the gap pretty small, and then eventually he could come back. So I could hear the race in my radio the whole final actually, and then to hear that he won was really even an emotional moment. Yes. This one is 25, last season. Special one because it's the last one already. So I think really good year for us. Maybe the race I'm the most proud of this year was Flanders, where we knew we didn't have the best rider in the race, but we collectively had a really strong block, and we executed really well. I think I could attack from far out, from on top of Molenberg. I think it's 110k to go, and just to be ahead of the race, I heard my name crazy amount of times, and behind me then the big guys came with Wout, Mathieu, Petersen, Sterven, Matteo, and Matteo. Sorry. So we were on a certain moment after the Koppenberg with 8 in front, 3 of us. So that showed, I think, we really did a good race, and in the end we just got beaten by stronger riders. But we did everything we could. I got 6th in the end, and I was just really proud about how we raced as a team. I think, But in general, we had a really good group in the team, I would say, and there's no riders, I think, where I was like, oh fuck, I have to sleep with this guy on the room. I have some really good friends in the team, and then a big group of guys where you really get along well with. Yes, the last Tour de France jersey. Actually, I don't know. This one has a name. The Power of the Beehive. The Swarm. I think it's fresh in our minds, I would say. It's not really immediately a stage that comes to my mind, but I'm really proud how we just performed our plan day by day by day, and we kept on trying and believing until the very last moment, which isn't always easy. We got also a lot of criticism on our tactics. I think the first 10 days, even in the easier stages, we tried something. But in the end, it's just UAE and Pogacar, they didn't make any mistake, but we tried to push them in making a mistake, which they didn't. But so it's only strong from them, and when it would have paid out one day, then everybody would say it's genius. But now they say it's stupid. I still don't agree, but and I'm really proud to have been part of the team there, and 4 tours in a row with the team. The feedback culture is something I think a lot of teams and companies in general can learn a lot of. I think something we do really well in the team, and it's also something Dutch, I think. And from there, you can really build a team with trust and with confidence in each other, and that's something. For me, the communication, open communication, is really the base for that. Yeah, I just hope to keep performing on a high level a few more years. I really enjoy cycling, how I do it now and how I can perform now. Of course, I would like to win a race, but that's not my only dream or goal on this moment. Yeah.
And the final question is, what will you miss most about our team?
I would say the friendships I have in the team. Of course, we still see each other, and the riders I did the most races with the last years, they do the same program as me, so we will talk later, of course. But the making a plan and also executing it to perfection and then winning the race is something I will miss, but I also hope I can do it in my new team, of course, but we will see. Yeah.